Hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I'd like to welcome you all back to my channel on YouTube. Spirit Teaches Going Within Self, on TikTok 1974 Enlightened Soul, and I'm also live on my Facebook if you're on there. Some might be wondering, why do you have that thing on your head? Okay, for one, because it helps cover the crown chakra. But okay, there's a lot of women who have gone missing. Okay, in the red with regards to women. Where did it start? Okay. Now today I'm in talking about the Curse of Oak Island. Okay. Uh, I do really recommend that people go and read the description on my YouTube channel, Spirit Teaches of Going Within Self, so that it can give you a better understanding of what it is that I bring forward. I'm really encouraging people to do that because sometimes I look like a raging lunatic. I channel spirit constantly. Okay. I'm an empath of telepathy, and I have a lot of other gifts. I'm a psychic, a medium, and I don't tap into them because somebody tells me to tap into or asks me to. I do it for spirit. Spirit guides me when I'm to tap into things. Okay. And the Curse of Oak Island has been a really big one that I've been tapping into. Okay. I don't really watch the show, but I'm just fixing this. Both sides of my family have a connection to Oak Island. And I found that out through looking into my genealogy. And it took me like a lot of weird places. It took me to Oak Island. It took me to the Templars, the Knights Templars, the Masons. It took me to freaking wow, way down a rabbit hole. And then it took me to the Bootler Brothers trial. And it was really hard at times because when you're a psychic and your ancestors are showing you, whether they're showing you what's going on in the physical world, because the ones that are seeing the same thing is because you guys are all connected to that time, okay, in spirit. Okay? So you say the curse of Okan, some aren't going to understand that. That's fine, you know. I wouldn't expect you to. You just knew. Um, when I looked through my genealogy, I seen all of it. It was like I was like looking at my own life, and the same as I told people, like if you look at in biblical times, well, I say Mary Magdalene ran away because her child was taken from her. Some don't agree with that. That's just fine. And then when you have the murder trial with regards to the Bootlair brothers, they had the young granddaughter who was supposed to have died in the flame. But did she die in the flame? That's 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 my big question. Did she die in the fire, or was somebody hurting her and mother and father, the grandparents came home? And then the grandmother caught someone on top. I don't believe it was the group their brothers, but I believe. Because see, on the Curse of Oak Island, they talk a lot about really two certain things. Okay? So it took me, and you know, like this may put a target on my head. I don't care. It's you want to say about truth and reconciliation, but nobody wants to get to the truth to do the reconciliation, right? Went to a museum and I said about what's going on, and she said, and I said, like, it's like I'm here to sort all this shit out, and she was like, good luck with that. And it hit so close to home because where the Voulier brothers trial was, okay, I'm seeing it on two timelines, and it's really strange because in one they died in it was Lunenburg, and then on another they died, or maybe it was. I have to look at that again because I know there's just there. We're saying no, saying okay. Oh, I got wow. Oh no, I can't work on that. Let me get my trusty bag here. And I got stuff on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do up a map of things. It's like you're trying to unravel your own memories. You're trying to unravel the memories of your ancestors because they're constantly trying to show you something, whether it be using somebody else to show you or whether it be using your TV programs, what they show you. It's sorting through the shit so that you can make the shit. It's not about like it's okay, justice. Okay? But I believe that the young woman didn't die. I believe that she ran, and they may have caught her, or she may have. You know what's that song? Stand up, stand up, take my people with me. We're going to a brand new home, all across the river. I feel freedom calling, calling to bring more people in. You know, that's it's figuring. I resonate with that song a lot, and I did the thing to it, and they just kind of signing with it at the sun. You know, a lot of us can relate to that. It's like, especially if you're awakening, you say anything about like with regards to stuff that's been enlightenment or psychic or telepath or, or medium or what have you. If you say that to certain people, it's like taboo. It's like no, because what you say is taboo is what's actually people are using to help them solve crimes. They're just not aware of it. Something's telling them that something doesn't seem right. That's your intuition, right? I know it seems like I just got off course, but this is what's helping me to bring back the remembering, the true remembrance, okay? Remembering what happened to our past loved ones. But it's about doing something different instead of holding revenge and grudge. Justice, yes. But what type of justice? So, what was it? Oh, I was looking for the Bootlair Brothers. They're dudes. Isa lang ko yung mind. Okay, one mind. I'm just bringing up yeah. Oh shit. Hold on. So I'm just gonna. Oh dang, this one doesn't. Yep, I feel like it's almost like I'm getting deselectric. I'll come back to that because it says that they died in Nuremberg, but something else I see. In here it says it was Nuremberg. I went to the place where it was supposed to be. Doing my looking through, come to find out, they're distant cousins because they're my seventh Grammys nephews. So it was said that they killed the three. Okay, first it started. When they all come over in, I know this is going to be long. It's going to be confusing to some. Just if you're interested in the Curse of Oak Island and you want to know about it, and you want to know something different of what they're teaching, they're telling you there. So the families come over and okay, because the mother came over at the same time as my family did. Okay, so they knew they knew each other. They all knew each other, right? Okay. So my seventh grade granddaddy was scalped in front of his pregnant wife and 1.5-year-old child. He was scalped but didn't die, and they drug him away and took him to Georgia fucking prison. Left to go crazy. Did you ever see the movie Hannibal Lecter and the mask on his face? That's how they had him in prison. That's how they had him. They take loose spikes off his head and cut out of like took the brain off. Like what happened? Right? And his son seen that. My son grew up not knowing how to read or write, but he's a prominent businessman, which is my sixth grade granddad. He bought property on Oak Island. Okay? He had multiple property throughout, like, um, all around whatever shore that is. Because it's right in around, like, it would be, um, oh, this is what I was meant to. Chiamo Tonino. Um, hang on. It's like, what's that? Going there. Get it together, going there. Shit, get it together, you guys. And now it's like, what the fuck? Who's she talking to? It's like, yeah, don't worry. I know what you're. I know. Okay. The Curse of Oak Island is if I'm silent, it's like Spirit has me doing this in front of everyone. Okay, you can watch along and learn. I know the stuff, but I gotta bring the stuff up. Okay. But see, they don't have that. They don't have my grandfather. They're not looking for my ancestors. And why is that? Because it's all over them. This is just totally. It's like going down that rabbit hole. This is a place that's really going to be. I went up there one day, and I want to find Byzantium. But it's all blocked off. See, talk about Samuel Ball and Donald McGinnis owning property. Some of that property was supposed to have been bought for my even your sixth grade kindergarten because pretty good chance it's from the same family. Oh man, I know it feels like there's so much to say, but it's where do you start? See, everything seemed to be going fine until Samuel Ball and Donald McGinnis showed up, which, it's kind of ironic that there's a book, The Baron Trump. They said, I've been saying that I believe that Donald Trump traveled through time and he was Donald McGinnis. See, the thing is, it was almost like things were going fine until they come around because they had the 7-Year War, okay, from 1756, which happened to be right at the same time that my great granddaddy was killed. So it would be probably your great granddaddy. But just for the sake of saying, it's like a storyteller, yeah. But where do you start with the story? Where do you begin? It's like doing a biography, but where do you fucking start? So you keep saying on Christopher Island, probably San Diego. But when you look it up, he owns nothing. There's things on a map where it said that certain people sold property to Samuel Ball and Don McGinnis. Strangers. Because on my great granddad's deeds, there's no one that knew that. But strangely, I found a thing, and it's a very rare, like extremely rare name. But I don't know if it's the actor. I believe he's the actor, or he's a father of their brother too. Isn't my face sheen? Oh! Dita to sinumuška da ke sinumokatare tu tulisinana. This was found in certain archives. Any names on there look familiar? See, right here it says Martin Sheen. Whoa! And that's a document. That's a document from the 1700s. Oh, 17. Okay, it was Halifax. $17.85. And how many people showed a picture of that old picture and put it next to Martin Sheen? Or was it Charlie Sheen? See, it's really like, because Donald Trump has a connection to Sam's Island, which people say that when you go on the tour, they say that Samuel Ball owns Sam's Island, but it was originally Hook's Island. It reminds you of a fairy tale. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. But see, they say Samuel Ball was a slave. Well, that's strange. His father must have enslaved him because it was his father's and grandfather's plantation that had more than 4,000 slaves. And see, I posted a picture. It's really strange. Because if you look at the picture, I'm just bringing. Okay. So if you look at that, right? P. Diddy, Samuel Ball. Coincidence? Relative? Like, it's like right now, it's almost like sitting with it because they say about coincidence or synchronicity. But, and then when I looked up, people were saying the dress. So they said the dress is some certain person's dress with the but it where she had worn this purple dress before, certain purple dress, in an interview that she was doing. Right? It's almost like it's telling me what happened to the granddaughter. Was she taken and hid away, trafficked, and then married? Because if she was taken at the age of 15, by the time she would have come back, maybe the family would have known what she looked like. And I hear people laughing. Maybe it sounds stupid to you, or maybe it's something you just can't comprehend. See, when they tore down the statue of Edward King, right, a lot of people felt a relief from that, and a lot of people got infuriated. And some would say, well, why would you say? My seventh great granddaddy was Skelly. This is all up around Oak Island in that area. Okay. My great granddaddy was Skelly, and I have strong reason to believe that it was by Edward Cornwallis himself. Because my seventh great granddaddy was the one that petitioned to get everybody off of George's Island. So that would make him angry because they were of the indigenous community, whether they came because the European indigenous. I know you say, well, indigenous from here, but native. We're all indigenous. We're all native to the land. Maybe not that precise location. And that didn't make sense to some, and that's fine. I guess you don't understand what land is. There were the people were given the land. Are we not all the people? Donald Trump's second or third great grandfather had property on Oak Island. And there was another one where it was the son of her brother. So I was looking, and in that family, Donald's family, my fifth great grandfather's daughter married relatives of Donald Trump. It's a fucking little bitch, some sort. And see, that family actually, a lot of them came from the States. So it's like I say a lot of grow up with it. And it's like when I say that, sometimes it's like an assertive, but sometimes it's just it's like I can in some ways it's almost like the person was abused at very all the time. It's when that person stands up. Yeah, this got weird. I'm pretty sure my great granddaddy was my sixth great granddaddy. mean, how many people wouldn't bully a child who their parents head got killed and they got drug away? Right. But right now I'm going in to see because I know that like just like granddaddy's absolutely. He'd begrudge you of things that he would do for you, but still do. Sometimes he probably, you know, have a temper tantrum or have a PTSD. You see, his memory would remember those people. And I think his last words were back off all to Gula. We ain't taking your shit. Like I just said, smashed my head. My truth, go to the source. Go inward. Look into your own family and look and notice somebody else's. Samuel told me that it's never going to be. But it's not about like the property that got taken and sold. Whether he was a pepper-headed weird part-faced asshole. Yep, it was good. Well, that felt weird. It's like, fuck. You get into it, like, it's like, it just felt like I was going through a fucking tunnel. I just, you know, but it's good to do it. To do it because I've heard something say, on that island, not just with the Templars, but the Masons, but just overland. See, where they found the treasure was where they have the money pit. If you look on the map on the money and where it's located, and then you look at the old maps, okay, which they probably already did that. Maybe like you gotta. If you went back to the time of Sam and Paul, and you're trying to tell the story, it's like telling it right. Because it was almost like it was like a bloodbath. And people still do it today. You're all over a treasure. In the description, it's like, are you looking for the treasure or is it really a next story? Both sides. How each side was told and then fill in pieces. When I went over to George's time, I didn't know it was a prison that was going in. And I went to the bathroom and I went through the doorway where there was 3 cells. I felt it. Like when I walked right up to the door, I felt like, oh, it's just, like, what is that? And I looked in that room and it was like I was seeing many people. And then across the hall from that, there was only like one in there. And then back, there was one in there. And it was a spot where they would have had a book. And I described this before, about the one like the face, it looked like somebody that had their skin peeled off. And you could see all the muscles and tendons and everything. But it was more of a peeled look. When I went to the very back room, it was black. That's how I know that the spirit, I was connected to the spirit. I knew the spirit was like I was not to. And you're kind of, when you're there taming the beast, whether it be a beast outside of you or a beast within you, it's not being afraid of the things you're going to see. Even though it can look pretty freaking weird. And holy shit, when I walked, like, I went up and I could feel it. I could feel something over in the corner. And, we went down through the tunnels that my 75 graduating on built. And when we come back, like when they were doing the introduction to the tunnels, they said about that place being a prison. And when they said it was a prison, it was like, holy shit! No wonder I reacted the way I did. So we went back in, my ex-husband, and it was like I stepped up to the door, and this image just jumped at me. I didn't see it physically, but my mind seen it coming, and I jumped back and oh, oh, oh. And it was just like, holy shit, man, what the fuck just happened there? This freaking yeah. And I had to stay. And it was like spirit was keeping me like, and then all of us, like my ex-husband, he was the one with me. We laughed, and I was there, and it was just like right loud. It was like two people pissed off. And I was like, holy. Yeah, it went way back because it was ancient languages. ちょっとね、もう返すのや。それにすぐ。え、もうです。いいと思う。يسرقوا مني يعني السجاير هو يا عم ياخدوا يسرق. Here they go again. Like, get out the thing, you see, you must sue. You have to do this thing. Come on, right? See, some may see me as entertainment, and some may see me as like, just right out there. Well, I am right out there, connected wise, but I'm grounded. Although sometimes I do, want to just pick up and fall. Hey, yeah, weightlessness. It's healing within. And we're all chosen to do that. But you have to be willing to heal first. But the old island stuff is truth with a whole lot of proof that I can stuff. But there's stuff is truth too. But Samuel Ball's family was rice. They had a rice plantation. And I think that was yes. Well, no, Louisiana wasn't that southeast or something. And then I think there was 649 miles. So it's like when you look back, you know, like you say, history proves, future proves past, and what we say, right? And I say that our ancestors are using us to show us what happened. And that's the way we didn't get to even a balance. It's like people didn't like us. Well, Cinnamon Bull would have had the property that was my grandfather's. My grandmother's. And because my great granddaddy had a religious seal, if there was any underground, yeah, the underground tunnels, were they the protectors or were they leaders? Sometimes it would have been both. This is so weird when you sit with it and and you see it's so close to home, but said to be so far away. It's like when I got these maps and when I went on the tour and when I went to museums, even to the museum, like some museums in Halifax, I walked in there and right around the bonnets, it was like a whole lot of, it was like a whole lot of stuff, nightmares, but it was a block. It was like I was walking and all of a sudden it was like I got stopped. And I looked beside me and it was the wall of bonnets. And I stood and I just started talking and then asking permission if I could go by. It's like he's shaken from the inside out. And then like, okay. So I believe my great granddaddy was killed. And people say, well, you know, you're so hesitant to say what it is. Do you really think it's easy to say what I'm saying because people live with you are a lunatic? When you look at those two, the Island and the Bootlegger Brothers, time that Samuel Bowles first would have gotten the land was just like less than 2 years after my grandfather passed away. It was kind of like what we do now. But how did, yeah, I know I'm getting at it, but right now it's sorting through. In the Bootler Brothers, they said that two men, right? Two younger men out in the water. Right? This winter's time was cold. The windows were a bit frosty, especially in the 1700s. I said they've seen them, but they have never met them before. They've never seen them before. But they knew it was them because the Bootler Brothers had a bad reputation for being bullshitters. Because in all honesty, they did. See, they sometimes got blamed for doing things that they didn't do because they were called, like, they'd be going around and, sniffling on her clothing. And they were hung under circumstantial evidence. They had a stick. Shit. They said that they were the only ones that could mob this. So, yeah, so. Yeah, that's weird. I'm sitting with something for a minute because it's like things are sorting out. Because what I'm saying right now, that could be circumstantial. Right? And the daughter's name was Catherine. Elizabeth, granddaughter. And Ball's wife was Mary Catherine. That was the archives. And that was property on the nothing. So in certain places I looked, it was really hard. Find it. Except if you were looking into stuff with regards to like money. There was one thing I found. And it says about how he worked for Cornwallis. Yeah. When you're looking for something, you can never find it. When you're not looking for it, it's right in front of your face. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. I was gonna like it's like it's almost like a lot coming in at once with stuff that I had already known. It's like everyone's trying to tell their story. What it is that I knew. It's like I feel floating. It's like holding the like you're holding. See, they want to find the truth. If they're not finding the treasure, it's because spirit detects the greed. They're finding Portuguese stuff on there. Finding jewelry. They're finding colorful rocks. Try tumbling. And they'll look pretty like these. Like to have one of these on your head, actually, it's calming to a point. It's calming. I'm going to say to a point, but it's calming. But I couldn't walk around with it all the time. The Red Riding Hood. Like if you look at the other story, it's like I dropped my basket and ran home and grandma. That's how some like that they had that the story had been said that it was Red Riding Hood because if you look at once upon a time, it was Red Riding Hood. So it depends on how people see the story. Feel never before. Am I in your world or are you in mine? Or we're just seeing a reflection of it. Fíjate, we've been having some souls. That's cool. I'm in that mode right now where everything's like just kind of feels like it's sorting out. It's like all kind of just in the moment, but looking at it. Because when I said, like, when you say in the moment, yeah, typically says it's one. I'm just there because I don't like it's not in the mind that I do a lot of what is perceived to be thinking. Because it's the body feels it, experiences it, sees it, and resists it sometimes, which tries to, but it's just a change in things. And I said before that, you know, was it like what kind of ships were they building? It doesn't have to be all the way. Because it's like, you know, if like see, you're digging in the swamp. Weird. Oh shit ass. Oh gosh. No. I'm just gonna sit with that one. Yeah, I do chew on my like I'm not chewing on my nail, I got a little picky here. I'm chewing the picky off. So yeah. Yeah, no one should have to do that as well. Secrets of the ancestors. I'm not real good at these cards, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? But I don't use them a lot. Yeah. Okay. This is the ancestors that came out. I've never done these ones before. Yeah, maybe I should stick to what I know best. But you know, don't know if you can do something until you start doing it. Right? Maybe on that. I just thought of something. I am like going to stick to not doing the cards, but if I want to do cards, I like, and I may not even read it out loud because of taking small risks. Oh, cool. Okay, I don't want to do this. It's not because of somebody else. It's almost like an irritation. See, when somebody is learning something, okay, and people want to throw shade or shit, because this is an example. But the cards, my heart's not in it at the moment because people will go to people to read cards, but when you explain to someone that when you start coming through and seeing who you are as a whole, not just fragments. Like I say, that sometimes it was like my great grandmother who was having fragments. Because when I looked, he went like he went by different variations of his name. Yeah, yeah, it's like biggest suck was he like I'm not saying like what he was a great business because I'm questioning all this stuff myself. I'm questioning my own stuff. Okay, and that's how I'm finding the parts of me that needs to heal. So when I looked into alignment, I found this. When I looked into other things like the connection to the families, very like I said the other night, it was the war of the lands, and you said the Olympians and the Titans. or you say the Nephilims and the humans. Ooh, you talk like that. Because and I can look psychotic doing it too. If I so desire. Yeah, I make good energy. It's like, changing the names. Shake me simple and call me Susie. I'm simple Susie. Got yourself laugh with yourself. Yes, that's very good medicine. Yes, being your own best friend and everything else. Yeah, I feel people saying that. And it's like raining here. Like, yeah, I'm connected to someone. Okay. It's not. Pure, necesito muy eso, de hacer en mi idea. I'm gonna go. I was like, I'm gonna go, okay. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I was gonna do a part and I changed my mind because my body just wasn't into it. And I know that people were feeling like stick to what you do normally. And that's really great and made me look like a lunatic. But no, just have fun. Be authentic, have fun, even when it's hurting, have fun with it, go with it because it's like it comes with it comes with the healing. And this is a part that we're healing for our ancestors. Just like we have to put it. That being said, sending on love for any blessings and support you can make it help to maybe moments and moments to see yourself. Enjoy the day, boy, baby. Be yourself, be your authentic self. Be true to yourself, be kind to yourself. Be who you are, not who somebody says you are. and really know that